it's pretty good sharing of the basketball.
Mentioned Alexis. How have you seen her develop over the past few years, that ability to kick out when she gets double teamed and handling those double teams?
Well, she hasn't had much of a choice. I mean, she's just demanding so much attention down in the paint that she's had to kind of figure that out. And I think she's such an unselfish player. She just wants to win. And what a treat for our team to have a player, a captain, a senior, a first team all Big Ten conference player that doesn't really care if we do it with assists, doesn't really care how we do it, just as long as we win games. And so I think that selflessness has just led to, she wants to get better and have a better feel where are the defenses coming, just having some patience and being strong in crowds. And because of that, our whole team benefits.
Have you ever been a part of a game or coached a game that just the offense is just clicking like that?
A couple times, but it's a little bit rare. It's a little bit rare to I don't think ever hit 23s in one game. So that's something kind of new.
What was this experience like for you coming back to South Dakota, coaching against South Dakota, just this whole past 24 hours? So.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really exciting, just fun for me. I have a lot of family that was able to be here, cousins and uncles and just a lot of family here, but just also some of the Yotes that I got the opportunity to coach in my career there, and lots of former players back here, and so just really special for me to be able to connect with them, especially with what we all just went through here a few weeks ago with the passing of Bridget Arns and one of our family, one of our sisters. And so it's been a little emotional. It's been just, fun. It's, I have such fond memories from this place, and the Pentagon treated us incredibly well. This facility does things top notch. And so it's just been a really special weekend.
They had a moment of silence for Bridget before the game, and what was it like coaching her, and how much did she mean to the Yotes program and to you?
It's almost hard to put into words what she meant to me personally and to our program. And she's just the most amazing teammate, friend, sister. She just had a spirit that would light up the room, and that dimple smile that just, you just couldn't hardly, it's pretty emotional.
Rachel, how great was this? This is a question for all you guys, but how great was this women's basketball? You know how much South Dakota loves women's basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, just growing up in this state and then watching the way that the state has just kind of just really grown in just embracing the sport of women's basketball, and as they moved from Division II to Division I, it's just got, there were intense rivalries when it was USD, SDSU, Augie, all these really good programs, but it's just continued to grow and grow. And then with the Summit League tournament being at the Premier Center in Sioux Falls, it's like the premier showcase for athletics, in the state of South Dakota. It's pretty hard to put into words just how fun that is to be a part of. And then for our program at Nebraska to be able to come up and get a little taste of that. And we knew that this would be a fun day. There was a great atmosphere out there. It's going to be a lot of red, some Coyote red, some Husker red, but a lot of red, but a lot of really passionate basketball fans that just were loud and made it a really fun atmosphere for us. So sorry, I didn't mean to talk.
Yeah, for you girls, what is it like playing having women's basketball such a high moment right now?
It's been really cool to see women's basketball start to grow and develop. Seeing that we had a sold out crowd tonight was pretty awesome. Husker Nation never fails to show up for us. And it just makes it so much fun to go out there and play each and every day.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with everything they said. It's just really fun to be able to play in front of a super great crowd here, and they did a great job hosting this and everyone coming here, and the Husker fans never fail to show up, so it was really fun.
Great. You guys started really fast from the get-go. How do you guys kind of prepare to just hit ground running, settle in?
Yeah, well, we've talked about that a lot as being one of our focus, like getting a good start, being the hammer at the beginning of the game, and we struggled with that a little bit in our past few games, but I feel like we came out ready to go, and just yeah.
Britt, I think you're 10 for 13 from the field. What was the defense giving you? What were you seeing, and how did you play off of that?
Well, I think, like she said, like their defense was kind of helping a lot in the paint and stuff like that. So just was kind of able to find openings on the outside, and my teammates did a great job getting me the ball. So yeah.
Were those slow starts the reason for the change in the starting lineup, or?
Actually, we feel like this is as you could see today, this is a very deep team. And we feel like we've got about 8 or 9 lineups that we could go to. We didn't really know. They played their last 2 ball games playing all zone. We thought maybe they might come out in a zone defense. So we've talked as a group, as a team, that there's probably going to be some adjustments to our lineup throughout this year based on what we feel like gives us the best opportunity to get off to great starts, maybe what matchups are the best for us defensively, what we were expecting, and I expected zone and they came out man. So, hey, sometimes you guess right, sometimes you guess wrong, but I did feel like this group got us off to a great start, but even more than that, the production that we got off the bench, just Kendall Moriarty, Kendall Coley, both coming in, giving us huge sparks, staying ready. I just feel like everybody's kind of bought into the fact that this team, the ceiling for this team is as high as we want it to be. And if everybody keeps buying into that, then we don't know who's going to be in the starting lineup. We don't really know. We don't really care. We just want to make use of the minutes that we get.
Natalie or Britt, when the team's as hot as you are from 3, do you start looking for your shot more, or is that just coming with the flow of the offense?
I would say I just coach with the flow of the offense. I mean, we're trying to look for paint touches, and we throw it in there to legs, and they double, so it's just an easy kick out look for us. We're confident enough to go up there and shoot it.
Coach, the offense was a big story of this game, but at one point there were back-to-back possessions for South Dakota. You guys ran the shot clock down. Talk about the defensive intensity even in games like this for this team.
Yeah, I mean, could we have about 4 or 5 more of those? That's kind of my focus is right now is how can we figure out how to continue to string together more great defensive possessions like that where it goes to a shot clock and limit their offensive possessions. I think, obviously, I'm thrilled. I know that there were a lot of possessions. I thought the pace of this game really was in our favor. We played great offensively with the way we executed and shot, but there's some things that we would like to string a few more of those possessions together defensively.
Anything else for Nebraska players and coaches?
Coach, you've been in Nebraska for a while after being at USC for so long. What's it been like to kind of take on be in this role and coach the Huskers? And
Yeah, well, I just feel like it's a dream come true for me. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Like, I got the chance to be the head coach at the University of South Dakota, the flagship program and university in the state of South Dakota, and that's where I grew up. I mean, it's my home state. And then I get to go to my alma mater and be the head coach at where I played and where I mean, it's just incredible. I just feel very, very blessed. Just 2 of my favorite places in the world, and I've just been blessed to be a part of both of them, and so I just feel grateful.
Thank you, guys. I just a couple more notes. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Nebraska had 9 different players hit a 3-pointer. They had 10 different players with 2 or more assists in the game, and career highs for Coley, which is 12, by the way, not 15. One of those 3-pointers she did on my Hargrove that's on the current box score. But she had 12. Moriarty was career high. Prince was a career high, and Natalie Potts tied a career high in points.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. Just 17. Yeah, 17, and the most we've ever come up with. 15. Yes. Thanks.
Natalie, if you want to introduce everybody, we can get it going.
All right, we have Grace Larkins and head coach Carrie Eighmey here. Coach, why don't we start with the opening statement?
Okay, well, a couple of things. I think credit to Nebraska. They shot the ball unbelievably well today. Going into this game, our strategy was to eliminate the paint, and Markowski and 22 Potts. Those guys are really, really good in the paint, and shoot around 60%. So that's where we wanted to start, and I thought we did an incredible job. The points in the paint differential was 6 points. The problem is that they shot unbelievably well today, some of them were obviously uncontested, but they made. Still got to make those, and then the contested ones they knocked down as well. 20 for 34 is really, really impressive. To shoot 63% from the field in a game is it's impressive. So at the same time, offensively, I was proud of our team. I thought we executed really well in the second quarter in particular. I thought we got some of the same quality shots they were getting. Ours didn't go down and theirs did. I feel like we made some progress in the turnover situation today. That was something that we've been struggling with a little bit today. I thought we took a little bit better care of the ball, finished with 10 turnovers. So, unfortunately the score didn't go quite how we would have liked. The outcome was not what we wanted. But there were some things that we executed well.
Yeah, let's open it up to questions for either Grace or Coach.
Yeah, Coach, at the start of that game, you pretty much matched them shot for shot, but when they keep shooting hot like that, is there stress to maybe force some shots you guys normally wouldn't take?
For us or for them?
For you.
For us taking shots?
Yeah.
Again, I felt like I liked our shot selection for the most part. In that first half, it was a back and forth, lots of quick shots. At times maybe you pass it a few more times, but when you're getting high quality shots, and they're in rhythm, those are ones we want to take.
Is that the pace you want to try and play at? I guess that quick pace in the beginning.
I feel like we knew that they were going to try to play that way, and like I said, we're not necessarily going to pass up good shots to try to slow it down. Our biggest thing was making sure that we were working from the inside out and not giving up the transition post entry quick ones to Markowski.
Which kind of game like this prepare you guys for the summer league play? And yeah, what can you take me through? Yeah.
A lot. I mean, our non-conference schedule is really tough, and I feel like we've got a really young team. Maybe aside from Grace and a couple others, we've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores out there playing. So these types of situations are really, really beneficial for us as we continue through the non-conference season and move into Summit League play. I mean, we're going to see some of what we saw tonight, in Summit League play. We're going to have to be able to defend in the paint and defend on the perimeter as well.
How do you kind of take into as your first few games as being coach this year? And
I think for us right now, it's growing and getting better. And, we got a whole bunch of new on this team, new coaching staff. We've got a few veterans, but a lot of new players. And, we've already seen a lot of different stuff too. We've gotten multiple different zones thrown at us, full court presses. We've seen more in the first 4 games than you might see, in a month. So every single one of those situations that we're put in, we've obviously had some late game situations already, provide us opportunities to grow and get better. And, the goal isn't to be the best version of this team in the first 4 games. The goal is to what can this team's best version be, in February and March.
With the 3-point shooting, what was it about the way their offense was operating that made it such a challenge to defend beyond the arc?
Well, again, you have to take away something, and you can't guard Markowski one-on-one. I think the couple of situations where we put her in one-on-one, she scored it every time. So for us, trying to make her feel bodies and then work out to shooters is a challenge, and they're long. So they're able to get some shots off that, you might be able to get out and contest, if it's 5'8" instead of 6'2".
Yeah, Chris, it's another fantastic game from you as a veteran on the team. How nice is it to kind of be able to lead by example?
It's really nice. I think having just a lot of years on me as being a senior, I've got to grow in that role a little bit. So coming into this year, just full head of steam as a leader and ready to keep going with the season.
Yeah, you played. What was it like playing against Nebraska and scored 20 points tonight? What did you kind of see? What was it like playing in this atmosphere?
It was really exciting to play in this atmosphere. It's always really fun at a neutral site in Sioux Falls. Like, we get so many fans, so that was really fun. Just playing hard with my teammates. I think we have a lot of growth to do. So just learning from this game more than anything. It's always a great learning game when you play a really good team. And going into our game Monday now with the fire under us.
Yeah. What do you take from Grace's leadership for being senior this year? How important is that to you guys?
Well, it's super important. Again, she just said it. She's played in a lot of games, and she's got a lot of experience under her belt. And I think the biggest thing that Grace helps us with is she plays extremely hard, and she gives maximum effort every single possession. She's competitive, and I think when you lead, you got to do what you're asking everybody else to do, and Grace always does that. She's always willing to give forth her best effort, compete every single possession. And like we said earlier, we got a young group, so it's extremely important that our veterans help those young ones along, and one, give them an example of what it takes and what it looks like to compete at this level, and two, try to carry the load a little bit when there's a ton of youth out there and they're not sure what to do at times.
Any more questions? All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah.